Howdy, welcome to go.
Hey, Joe, how are you?
I gotta pat you down though, pal.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
Got anything on you? Anything I should know?
I got nothing.
Anything weird going on?
What?
All right, you go in, Tony.
Good. Thanks, Joe. Appreciate it. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Tom Kelly of The Tom Kelly Show. Yes, this is not the only time I've gotten on my knees in the back room of a comedy club.
The Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show is also brought to you by Two Eagles Auto Body. For more than 25 years, Two Eagles Auto Body has been the leader in auto body repairs and customer satisfaction on Long Island. Two Eagles Auto Body handles every type of auto repair from custom applications and restorations to repairs involving insurance claims. Give Two Eagles Auto Body a call and please ask for John Rossi at 516-328-2527. That's 516-328-2527.
Hey, how do you say there, people? It's Johnny Brennan, creator of the Jerky Boys, also of Fox TV's Family Guy fame. I just want to let you know you're listening to Tony on the Knockem Dead radio show. They're gonna keep knocking them dead, so keep listening, you wacky sons of bitch. Right there. Over and out there, sweet Charlie.
Long time no see, man. Hey, man, I miss you guys, man, at Knockem Dead Comedy Radio.
Hey, Tony, you're not funny, and you probably shit yourself a lot, and you're no fun to be with, and you don't make that much money, and you're not going anywhere in show business, and I hope you get hit by a bus.
They suck.
All right. Hi, everybody. Look at that. Oh, let me fix this. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Knockem Day Comedy Show. Hope everybody's well. Happy Friday to you all. We're just getting underway here. Rosie's doing her hair. Jeff is peeing. James Grimm isn't even here yet. I don't know what's going on around here. It's a crazy morning, but happy Friday to everybody. Hope everybody's well. Welcome to the Knockem Dead Comedy Show here on Gov's Comedy Club Podcast. Please subscribe to the Facebook page, the YouTube channel. Tell everybody you know about all the great shows here at Gov's Comedy Club Podcast. We are coming at you live from the legendary Governor's Comedy Club in Levittown. Jeff has decided to hang with us today. Rosie's here, which we're very happy about. And James Grimm should be here shortly. He's one of our new friends here at Gov's Comedy Club Podcast. Hang on, I'm just fixing camera angles and shit. Let me do that. Let me do this. Okay, I think we're good for now.
You got my good side?
What's that?
You got my good side?
Do you have one?
Well, I don't know. You tell me.
Mickey's watching. Rosie's here. Jeff is here. And how are you?
Good. I'm doing good.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm always late. I'm running around like a freaking lunatic as usual.
That's that's pretty much how
No
it's
matter how
what
early
we
I
do.
start, at the end it always goes into the same
Yep.
thing. And then I wound up behind a funeral procession. And then before that was like construction that I shouldn't have even been involved in because I missed the exit. Why I missed the exit. You know.
You missed the exit?
Yeah.
Funeral procession jacked you up.
Yeah.
They're
Well,
all
that was
driving.
after I did the U-turn over the grass on the Meadowbrook Parkway.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
Wow.
Because if I didn't, I still wouldn't be here.
You take the Meadowbrook? Where? So
I live in Lido.
Right,
I have to
but-
take the loop to the Meadow. I follow the GPS still.
go Ocean to Wanto Park.
I know, but I still follow the GPS. I'm special when it comes to directions and buttons, elevators, remote controls. You know, we all have our thing.
What do you have remote controls for?
Jeez,
Oh, I was hoping for a different answer.
they don't need remote controls.
They don't need remote controls? Sure they do. If you're sitting here in a public place and you just reach to your pocketbook and
Wireless.
hit the remote control.
Wireless, yeah. I mean, they're all wired ones, though.
Oh, yeah,
They
but
were, you know.
I'm
20
vanilla.
years
I'm
ago.
boring.
I don't believe that for a
I'm
second.
boring.
Well, all right.
I'm fucking boring.
Well, no,
I
you're
thought
not.
today was sex, drugs,
Yes,
and rock
that's
and
what I
roll.
was about to say. You're going to tell us how boring you're not. Look
There you
at.
go.
Well, wait a minute. The camera didn't pick that up
Why?
because I have because I have close-ups. There we go. All right, come towards me a little bit. Yeah, come towards me. Stop right there. Perfect. Look at that.
Okay. That's all you're getting. Now I got to go through my planner because I forgot everything I did
Gotta-
this week.
There's a tongue on Rosie's butt.
Not
what-
my butt. My butt's
close
not up
enough.
there. What kind of
Well,
gonna
the
say,
tongue,
you
but the
You
tongue was long. It was
have no
close.
clue
Below her,
about
right?
anatomy. You lost a leg and then you just like, well, like my ass is over here and over there.
That allows me to explore to
Oh,
remind
all right.
myself.
Let's see.
So so this week we were going to talk about sex, drugs, and rock and roll when Rosie was traveling all through Europe.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yes.
what do you want to start with first? The rock and roll, the drugs, the sex?
You have to ask questions. You're the grand master of this room.
Okay. All right. All right. So who went? It was you and a friend,
I
right?
went with a friend,
Guy or girl?
girl,
Oh, perfect.
named Ruby.
Ruby?
Ruby Rain.
Ruby Rain.
Ruby Rain.
Ruthie and Ruby Rain.
And Rosie.
Sounds like a Saturday morning cartoon.
Ruby and Rosie.
Ruby and Rosie Rain.
I met Ruby. She
Yeah.
was, she's Australian.
She's Australian. How did you meet Ruby the Australian?
Because Ruby was an exchange student when
this
we
is-
were in middle school, and she stayed for, I believe, 7th, maybe, and 8th grade. And the reason why she came to the States was her grandmother was American
Yeah.
and had a lot of property on Fire Island. So she always wanted to come back and find out what was going on over here. She went to school. She went to Bayshore because she lived on Fire Island where all the property was. All the Fire Island kids came to Bayshore. They did the commute. Not on the ferry, but they took the bus over, whatever. Anyway, she loved it so much that she wanted to stay for an extra summer. So we were really good friends. So she lived at my house for that summer.
Nice.
So then after she left, we were literal pen pals. I mean, we wrote letters forever.
Yeah.
We wrote letters for years and years and years.
Yeah.
But we never spoke on the phone. It was a different time.
Yeah,
there was
absolutely.
no Facebook and
Right, yep.
Right.
social
No
media.
social media.
We would write letters. And now I'm at Hofstra for my first year at college. It's 1995.
Okay.
And I get a knock on my door, my dorm in Suffolk Hall or Nassau, one of the two. They were connected. And her and Donnie, her boyfriend, Donnie, were standing there. And I was like, what the fuck? And she's like, I'm here. And I was like, what? So she had gone to my house in Bayshore, and my parents told her where I was. She showed up to surprise me. And she's like, you know, Australians, they like pick up and they take tickets around the world.
Yeah.
They're
Right.
very
A lot
like,
of people in Europe do that.
you know, and in Europe they do, and Australians, like Europeans do it for like 6 months. Australians go for like a year and a half.
Yeah.
It's fucking nuts. So she was like, I'm going to go traveling. I was like, traveling? And she was like, Danny's going to come with me on the first leg for like a couple of weeks. But then I'm going to be on my own. But I'd rather travel with another woman. And I was like, I'm in college. Like, I can't go traveling. So she was like, I'll hang out for a little while. I'm going to go all the way across Canada with Donnie.
We don't like Donnie, do we?
Donnie, he was okay.
No, the way you're saying.
He was a
Donnie.
little bit. He was cute. He was like
Donnie.
a snooze fest, you know.
Was Donnie American?
Donnie was also Australian.
Also
Australian.
Also Australian.
Also
So
from
they
down
went
under.
traveling. They hung out in New York for a while. We hung out. He was fun. You know, I showed him New York. Then they went traveling all through and across Canada to the West Coast, and they did California, I believe. She came back to New York. By then I was done with my semester. Somehow she convinced my parents that I was going to travel with her through Europe. I borrowed some money from them.
I'm playing porn music in the background, just so you know.
And I did pay them back. And my parents, who were huge travelers and believed as travel as the most important form of education ever,
Oh, nice.
were like, you know what? I think this is an important thing for you. I think you'll love it. And I took off, and we flew, and we went. We landed in Rome, and we were gone for like just about 3 months. And we went all over, and we had a Euro pass, and I got a international hostel pass, and we went all over. It was amazing. It was the best thing, one of the best things I've ever done in my life.
Oh, I bet.
And it was just, she opened my eyes to a lot of things because
Opened your what?
My eyes.
Oh, your eyes.
Her stepdad is a very well-known Australian artist named James Guppy. He's
That's a very Australian name.
James Guppy.
Guppy.
And he's like an expressionist and he's a surrealist artist. And he has a studio, and he has all this crazy stuff going on. And her real father is like this hippie that has dreadlocks, and he lives in a mountain, and he grows his own shrooms on the paddock, and he has the floor of his tiny little home is the actual stone of the mountain. And we stayed with him because I then went for my 21st birthday and stayed with her in Australia. And we hung out at the Woodford Folk Festival, and
That's some cool experiences.
she's
No doubt.
wild.
That's
I like
awesome.
it. She's wild. All right, well, that's the
Now
part we're
she's
waiting
a
for.
freaking. Now she's an attorney in Sydney and has 2 kids, and she's very like normal. And her husband is like a real estate bigwig. Like
Yeah.
she's very like normal now.
Stick in the muds now or something?
No, I'm sure she's not. Now I know her through social media, and I will eventually. Hi, Ruby. I'm going to send this to you. I will eventually get back there and see her once again.
She's
Yeah, that'd be
she's closing the door to the office and then getting it on.
Oh, she's still wild. She's a hippie at heart. Like they
God
used to have
bless her.
naked Christmas in her house. Her family used to have naked Christmas because there in Australia, Christmas is like hot.
Yeah.
Like it's really,
Yeah, that's
really
hot.
I want
hot.
to go to her house for Christmas.
And her family used to have like basically naked Christmas, and they didn't buy gifts; they made them.
Would you participate in Naked Friday in here?
No,
We got all this stuff. We got all this Rosie, all this Ruby history. We went to Rome. Hung out with Donnie. We went to Australia. Like, we didn't get any of the wild stories. We didn't
Anywhere
hear
in
anything
between.
about the drugs or the sex or the rock and roll. So you're
Like she skipped the whole in between.
Yeah,
Like
and I think she did
beginning
it on
and end
purpose.
to the end.
How many men did you have when you were in Australia?
in Australia.
When you were in Europe, sorry.
You're just on the journey.
Honestly, I met one guy when I backpacked.
Yeah.
and I fell like madly in love. I tend to fall madly in love.
What was his name? Fabio?
His name was Eddie.
Enzo.
What is it?
Eddie.
Eddie. Where was he from?
He's from Connecticut, and he was also a Hofstra alum.
What?
And I met him at a hostel in Budapest. And then I ran into him in a train station in Barcelona. And we were like, this is meant to be, so let's go traveling. And then we went camping in some backyard in Czechoslovakia. And then we wound up just hanging out a lot.
Friggin' 90s, man.
It was awesome.
What? This guy goes to Hofstra, but you meet him over in Europe, and you... So what happened? You met him...
In two
right, so
locations.
you saw him in one place, and then you bumped into him again in Barcelona?
Yeah, in a train.
Oh, yeah. He wasn't following you.
No,
he
not
didn't
at
see
all.
you in Hofstra.
No, he was with two other guys, and Ruby...
I think I've seen this movie before.
Yes. Ruby hooked up with the two of them.
Yes.
At the same time?
Yes.
What?
And I wasn't into that. So I got him, and I didn't care what she did with them.
So
I just wanted Eddie.
But Eddie already had Ruby.
Oh, Eddie had this hair. He had these curls.
Come on, where's the pictures?
I have pictures.
Let's go. Let's see a picture of Eddie.
Had this curly hair. He was Cuban.
Well, if he was Cuban, my guess he still is.
He's still Cuban.
So what? So you ended up spending the rest of the trip with him?
Not the rest of the trip, but quite a big chunk.
Was that your nickname for him? My big chunk.
He was a big chunk, and he was
Eddie,
like
give me
such
the
a
big
romantic.
chunk.
We
Really?
spent this amazing time in Prague, I remember, and we wound up finding, believe it or not, this Latin bar under the Charles Bridge.
A Latin bar in Prague.
Latin bar in Prague under the Charles Bridge, and Charles Bridge was already popular because of those movies with.
James Bond.
No.
Dirty Harry.
No.
I have no idea.
Tom Cruise.
Mission
Impossible?
Yes. I think it was the Mission Impossible movies at the time.
Probably.
Yeah, it was popular because of that. But it was so romantic. Prague was so romantic, and it wasn't like touristy at all at the time. It was
Okay.
very kind of
The
like.
Eastern Bloc was much different back.
Yeah,
true, the wall
it-
just
in
came down.
Early 90s.
It was mid 90s,
Mid-
and it was
yeah,
like
still
still
a
a,
little-
lot of graffiti, still a lot of like leftover. Like everybody looked like the Ramones still.
That's all right.
Like they looked gray. And it was like a lot
Except for Eddie.
Except for Eddie.
of.
Eduardo, as I call
It
him.
was not gray. We all had these on still. That's what we traveled in. I had one backpack full of the same outfits.
Wow.
And we would go to like places and wash our shit and put it back on, and
Now,
fantastic.
how did you guys were just walking everywhere? Like, how did
Well,
you
we
get
took
around?
the Euro. We
you
took
did.
trains. I mean, we didn't have money for taxis and
Right.
stuff like that. And at the time, there was no euros. So every country that we went to, we had to exchange our money. So we wouldn't exchange too much because we didn't want to get stuck with it. So at the end, we had to either trade our money with other travelers that were incoming with where they had, or we would try to spend it at the train station and buy like Snickers and different foods that we could keep in our bag that we could eat on the way. I had Q-tips. I'm big with Q-tips.
Big with Q-tips.
And a lot of people forgot Q-tips when they were traveling or they were out of them, and the European ones suck. They're like just stick with no cotton.
Oh, God.
So I had the actual Q-tip brand. You don't know what kind of trading power these things have.
Really?
These are like cigarettes in
When
prison.
when you go away, you forget Q-tips. That's like, when I get out of the shower, the first thing I do is, and if I don't have a Q-tip, it sucks.
I remember
sucks.
being at this place, this hostel in Switzerland, in Interlaken, and people were like, I could get whatever I wanted with my Q-tips, man. I was trading them for cigarettes. I was trading
Really?
them. Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
They were like, that girl has Q-tips. I was like, shut the door behind you.
How many?
How many you need?
So Ruscio was asking why there is music in the background. Why not? I put on like 70s porn music on while Rosie was telling her story. Why is there music in the background? Calm down.
John
As long as
complains.
Friender doesn't,
Yes.
as long as Friender doesn't tell jokes.
Oh, he's been. I just
already
haven't
there.
read them.
My
Yeah.
husband was like, I think that you guys should block him.
Oh my goodness. I don't think he can tell funnier jokes, but I also think he does it on purpose.
I really hope that you're giving him that credit.
No, he's been in here. He's a really nice guy. He's been in here.
I have not met him yet.
He's been in here, I want to say maybe 3 times. And then when I was living with Sally, my ex, Sally used to babysit. She used to dog sit. Friender dropped off 2 dogs while he had to handle a family situation. Where was that? In California, was it, John? Andrew? I forget. But he was gone for 3 months. We had his dogs. Oh, you know what? I have his book. I have it here.
Oh boy, what is it? Ink blots.
Ink blots.
That book caused some commotion.
Oh yeah.
Holy shit!
Yes, it certainly did.
I thought Tom Kelly's vein was going to pop right out of his forehead and hit the microphone.
Ink blots. Oh, look, and there he is.
That's him?
That's Fremder.
Let me see.
You might want to take the glasses back off.
Why is Jeff Oliver hiding in a Snuggie?
It's the Unabomber.
He looks like Fred Armisen in a Snuggie
He
commercial.
does look like Fred Armisen.
Yeah, you ain't
Christ.
kidding.
So, all right, let's go back to the important part of the story. So, Ruby was with 2 guys for
Yes.
the like
Was
the
your
whole
man?
time.
No, we didn't stay with them the whole time. We hung out with them quite a bit. And we met up with them again. Like, we met up with them in Barcelona by chance, and we hung with them, which was fun. We met them in Budapest originally. We went camping with them when we were in the Czech Republic, and we hung a lot with them there. And Ed was so sweet. I remember.
She's avoiding the threesome topic.
Well, I didn't have.
She didn't.
I know, but she
threesome. I
come
wasn't
on.
involved in
The next
that.
day, you weren't like, Ruby, what was that like? Ruby, what did you
She
do?
was wild.
Yeah, but
She was a free spirit. I was this American college girl that had a very strict father. I wasn't even allowed to watch it. Married with children.
But that's the whole point. You're in another country. You're thousands of miles away. It wasn't like, woohoo! It wasn't like going crazy time. Freedom, looseness.
She needed to be in New Orleans for that. Get beads.
No, I'm
Get
not
beads.
that way. I'm like a one person at a time.
We'll talk off
person.
the air.
I am. I very much am. I'm not a wild.
You were grabbing onto those dreads going crazy, Rosie. I know it.
There were no dreads. There were curls.
Oh, curls. I thought you said
Natural.
dreads before.
No.
Oh, curls.
No.
You probably did say curls. For some reason, I pictured dreads when you said curls.
And he was a Shakespearean actor.
A Shakespearean
He did Shakespeare in the Park.
Did he? Now, did you witness
he?
this, or is this what he told
No,
you?
I know he did. He was part of like this Shakespearean troupe. He was very bright.
I'm Eddie with the Shakespeare troupe.
Yes. I read it to Rosie
He was
at the
just-
tube station.
he was-
I said, is this meant to be or not to be?
He was he was something.
Come on, get the picture. I want to see Eddie.
Okay.
And when was the last time you heard from him?
Be
We
careful
can't talk
now.
about that on the air either, can we?
Not a very long time ago.
Not a very long time ago.
I didn't say that.
Sure, he's in Connecticut and lives and went to Hofstra, but yeah, we only saw him in Europe. Eddie, does he go by Eddie or is it Edward?
He's Edward.
Aha!
But
I was going to say
Not Eddie.
Eduardo.
My name is not
Edward.
Eddie.
Eddie is an Eduardo.
Eduardo.
Eduardo, yes.
Eduardo.
But you know what I thought was so sweet? All
Me.
I want, because then you didn't have GPS, you didn't have this, you didn't
Right.
have that.
Eduardo,
So
let's
we
go
didn't
get lost in
we
the
didn't-
woods.
We didn't have phones, so we had this map. We had this map of Prague. Prague. And it was like, to me, the most romantic place on earth. You know?
But
So-
did he leave you little notes on the map?
Well,
So
we
when you
did. We
open
made-
it, you'd see a little
we
note.
made notes. So
Rosie,
we
I
had
love
this
you.
promise that we were gonna split the map, and I was gonna have one half of the map, and he was gonna have the other half of the map. I know. So then after the fact, we would write to each other a little bit, send letters and Christmas cards and stuff like that. And I remember I said, "You owe me half the map. Don't you remember you owe me half the map?" And he sent me the whole map. And he said, "I don't have the
You
heart.
want to get it?
All right, yeah.
I don't have
Thank
the
you.
heart to rip the map in half." And he sent me the whole map.
He sent you the whole
I still
map.
have the fucking map.
Oh,
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
And what happened? Why did you and Eddie part ways?
Well, he wound up with a girlfriend soon after the trip. I had a boyfriend before I left.
And you were still with the boyfriend.
Yeah.
Oh, but you still had a romantic tryst
He brings treats.
Wow, look at
Is
this.
that coffee?
And he's well dressed. Look at this.
Of course.
Where the hell are you going after here?
I'm going to meet with a very important person in Ronkonkoma.
Wow, Ronkonkoma does sound
Ronkonkoma.
fancy.
I got sugars and half and half too.
Thank you very much. That's very nice.
Is this 7-Eleven?
Must have knew I was almost done.
He's a very important man. You know, he repairs scientific laboratory equipment. I had to read that. I couldn't say that.
I'm surprised
Thank
you
you,
could
sir.
read
Thank
that.
You're welcome.
What do you mean? What does he repair?
Ask him. He's right there.
What do I fix?
Yeah.
Boring electrical equipment. Think of something boring and times it by 10. Electrical equipment, laboratory research. If you've been in a hospital, you ever been to when you see the sign that says labs? They have refrigerators that are all computer controlled. I work on those.
Okay.
Yeah, I just bored you, so the room just died. I suck solder fumes.
All right, so let's go back to Eddie.
Yeah, let's go to Eddie.
So we're talking about her backpacking extravaganza over.
Yeah, she was having threesomes. She was doing drugs.
I was not!
She was doing drugs. You wait till you hear this stuff, James. It's insane.
What kind of drugs?
Uh-oh, is she about to beat me up?
Ruby.
No,
I'm
she's
getting
fixing
nervous.
the coffee.
With Eddie the Cuban.
Ruby had threesomes.
Nice.
Wow.
That's the wrong cover.
Did Ruby? Oh well, yeah. You didn't have phones yet, so you didn't take. She didn't take
Ru-
pictures.
I
Of
was
I
it.
gonna
have
say, did Ruby
pictures
have
of
pictures?
everything.
Yeah,
I had a camera, a film camera.
you did.
Yes.
Come on, you and Ruby didn't. You didn't kiss each other once on this
No,
long. You
no,
guys were
no.
together for what? 3 months?
Yes.
Come on. They must have kissed at least once. What if Eduardo asked you to kiss Ruby?
I would
you
have done anything Eddie asked me to do.
Oh, my
He didn't ask me. I need a napkin.
You need a napkin?
Oh,
Did you spill? Is that
Tony,
You
made
know
a
what? I'll
mess.
just use the ink blot book from
The conversation, Tony made a mess.
Oh.
All right, you guys talk amongst yourselves.
Oh, no, I have a towel. Hold on.
You have a towel?
Yeah.
So Eddie is involved in a
I-
backpacking story? That's what I'm gathering.
Not Eddie Vedder.
Oh!
Yeah,
Okay, then
no.
a different Eddie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know
This
what?
is
I'll just
Eduardo.
use my
The only
shit.
Eddie I know is a guy who owned a strip joint in the 2000s.
No.
Nope.
Nope.
How do you know it's
I'm
Eddie
gonna,
from
I'm gonna
Connecticut.
fill you in.
Go ahead.
I went backpacking in 1995 with an Australian girl that was my room. That was an exchange student in middle school.
Bow,
We
chicka,
were-
bow,
we
bow.
were very good friends. We then became pen pals. She went back. We were pen pals for years. She showed up at my dorm at Hofstra. Unbeknownst to me, she was in the country with her boyfriend, Donnie. Then they went traveling all across Canada while I finished my semester. I then borrowed money from my parents, went backpacking with her for 3 months through Europe. And that's where
she met Eduardo.
Eduardo.
Yes.
And
Is that
her
how you say
boyfriend
it?
Donnie was no longer there.
Donnie came with us to Rome, hung out for the first week, and then he went on his own, and I went with Ruby.
Wow.
Okay, so what was it? Donnie and Eduardo with Ruby?
No, Donnie left. Donnie left.
Donnie wasn't one of the two.
That's what I thought. Okay,
Yeah.
Donnie
that's where
and
he goes.
Donnie hung
Donnie's
out. Donnie hung out with us
Donnie.
for like a couple of nights
Donnie
in
was
Rome,
out.
and then how the fuck am I supposed to drink this?
What's the problem?
What's wrong?
I can't open the lid.
Poor Donnie goes home and his girlfriend's getting the hard one from.
No, she was
hard
like,
one.
Donnie, it's been nice. And then she like fucking left. And I had a boyfriend at the time of like 7 years. And
Forever.
and yeah, I was young for that.
Yeah.
And then I left and I met Eddie,
Eduardo.
Eduardo, whatever you want to fucking call him.
And what about, so when you came home, did you tell the boyfriend or was he already out of the picture?
No, I told him.
You told him?
Yeah, but I was young, I had to live a little.
He was like, bitch! Was he brokenhearted? Did he cry?
No, what he did was he wound up going on a trip down to visit my friend in England, who was teaching he was teaching English.
Yeah, how did I guess that? I
He
don't
was
know.
teaching English. No, he wasn't, because he was in England. I fucking speak English. You fucking blew me off, asshole. Teaching English. He was teaching in England for university. And he became friendly with him through me. He went there, and then he wound up cheating on me with some Australian chick that was on vacation.
Name Ruby.
Probably.
Hey, Ruby, yeah.
Ruby's from Australia.
And I was like, you know what? Fine.
She had that thick Australian
She had a
draw.
very thick
Oh,
Australian
God.
accent.
I don't know if I
Ruby.
could take that for too long. I don't know.
It was 3 months, but she was fine. But she was like an exhibitionist.
Yeah, she was.
We wound up in Morocco.
Yeah.
And instead of being like me, I fit in. I covered, you know.
Oh, sure.
She came, we were like going to go to that day, we were going to the bazaar, you know, to walk around. And we had a guide, like this guy we paid a couple shekels to, whatever the money was. And we were going to walk around and, you know, she comes out, blonde hair flowing, bare midriff. I'm like, Ruby.
God bless. Can we get, like,
I'm like,
will she Zoom with us, like right now?
I'm like, Rubes, you can't. The bare midriff. They're, every time the fucking bell rings, they're on their knees, you know, facing Mecca, praying. And we got to do the same. Like, we don't want to stand out here. And she was
Too
just, you know, in white.
Get killed.
The hair and and I'm like, Allah Akbar, Allah Akbar. I'm like, I don't want to get killed here.
Yeah.
You know, the one thing my father said to me was the only thing I don't want you to do is go to North Africa. Please, please, Rosalind, don't wind up in trouble. Don't wind up, because he knew we were going to be in Spain. Don't wind up in Morocco. So I was like,
We got to go to Morocco.
Morocco it is.
These are not normal people conversations. Don't go to North Africa. My dad's never said that, ever.
Right.
So I did. I wound up in Morocco. And we got our fucking selves in a lot of trouble there. We had to, like, escape.
What?
We did.
What are you
we
in
met
that?
some crazy bald guy. They were all crazy. And we wound up having to leave.
Are you making this up? This is
No.
a Sally Field movie, not
No,
without my daughter.
Did you think that's get smuggled out? Or...
No, he kept like making us miss our train. We kept trying to leave. We were on our way.
Who's he?
This guy named Mohammed.
Oh, of course.
A very thin man. We were taking a bus we took the ferry to Morocco from Spain. We got off and we planned on going to a hostel. We met this woman from New Zealand. She hit it off with Ruby because they're from the same part of the world.
Like, yeah.
Did she have a threesome with her?
No. She had no other situations.
That's the stories I'm waiting for.
Anyway, long story short, they hit it off. We wound up on the bus sitting with her. Next thing she knows, she convinced us that we should stay with her. We did.
How did she convince you that?
Because it was cheaper. We were cheap. We were kids and we didn't want to spend money. So
Wow.
we stayed at this house and she made us this delicious meal. She had been with this guy for like a decade now. She was living with him.
Yeah, he owned her.
And next thing you know, we're staying at the house, and we had this other woman who was this Korean-American girl from Atlanta who we had picked up along the way. She was with us. So now the three of us are there. I'm sorry. Yes, Danny, this thing does work. I was told this is not a prop. And we wound up at the house. We stayed, and then we were like, okay, this is nice. We rode your camel on the beach. We smoked your hash joint. We bought a carpet. Now you drinking your tea. I think the tea made us sleepy. Now we're staying extra nights.
Did you say buy a carpet? We bought a carpet?
We did. We bought a carpet, a prayer mat. I called it a carpet. He's like, it's a prayer mat. Okay. Now it's time to leave.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we've gave him some money along the way. It's like this and that. And then it was like I woke up in the middle of the night and Mohammed was standing over me. And I'm like, all right, time to leave. And he was like, you don't have friend in Morocco. I was like, you have family in Morocco. I was like, I want to go home, Mommy.
Oh, my goodness.
And then it was like, okay, we checked the train times and we have to go. But we needed him to take us to the train. So we would go to the train and then we'd miss the train. And then it happened again. And then it happened again. And then it happened. And then we were like, all right, we got to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
And then the Korean girl, forget her name. She was like, we're gonna die. I was like, you shut the fuck up. We're gonna get out of here. Shut up. Get your shit. Pack it up. Let's go.
The Korean girl, she's the one that was with him for 10 years.
No.
Oh,
she
who's
was
that?
from New Zealand.
The New Zealand.
Oh, right.
She
Sorry.
was a grown woman.
Yes,
She was
I got
probably
it.
like in her 30s.
But she ended up going with you to this guy's house also?
She lived with
She
him.
lived with him.
Oh, okay. I thought the woman that
Like
was with
we
him for 10 years
washed our
lived with him.
clothes on one of those like cheeky in their bathtub.
washboard.
Like I'm not kidding. We were in like a fucking town where I don't know if they had a phone in their house.
Right.
Like we were like, we're never gonna get out of
They
here.
have phones in the town?
We're gonna die. I don't know. We went to like his friend and like his friend sold us those little, I still have it, the prayer rugs. It was like the craziest thing. So finally we all stood together and we were like, we're leaving now. And then he had no choice but to take us. And then I remember I was in the back seat with all our backpacks. So backpacks were as big as us, you know, with like the sleeping bag rolled and our shoes hanging from it. And I remember I took my left hand, which is like a no-no, and I like squeezed it out to like say, all right, bye, Mo. And like I touched him with my left hand and he went ape shit.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's the one you wipe your ass with, apparently.
really?
Yeah. And I remember him just flipping out. He wanted us to pay him like $500 for like our stay. Like apparently we were supposed to pay him.
I would have paid it. Like whatever it takes to get me away from you.
We did give him some money. I remember we went to the ATM. We got him some money, and I was just like, my father was right.
Don't go to Morocco.
Don't go to
Let
Morocco.
me give you some good advice for the rest of your life. Don't go to
Yeah,
Morocco.
we were like a Benetton ad. Like at first we came there like, look, and then we left like,
I'm seeing like a Liam
you know,
Neeson
it's like
movie
the,
here.
you know, it's like
Yes.
the blonde, the tan, and the Asian.
I
Like
remember
we all,
those ads
and then
on
we,
the back
yeah,
of magazines.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
But that really was a movie. That's a Sally Field movie. She married a guy from Iraq or some shit, but
Oh, yeah.
he was here and he was a doctor. He
That one I
said,
didn't see.
yeah, and then he convinced, supposedly it's a true story too. He convinces her to move
Ooh,
back
this is nice.
to Iran or Iraq, wherever he's from, because his family was getting old. He wanted to spend some time with them, so she agrees to go. And once they're there, he all of a sudden has follows their customs, and now he owns her. He owns their daughter, and and she had to like really struggle to get out of it. Nobody knows this movie. It's called Not Without My Daughter. It's called She Refused
Yes.
to
I've
Leave
heard of
Without.
that.
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
I've heard of that. Yeah.
Yeah, and she goes through all this similar stuff to try and get out of there, and she had to find, people on the underground to help smuggle her and the kid out of there.
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
I'd say anywhere in the world where you can own a human being is a pretty rough place to live.
That might be a red
Oh,
flag.
I
Yeah.
don't think I want to live there.
But I will tell you, we rode camels on the beach. They rolled these like tobacco hash like joints for us, and we were smoking them on the camel. I mean, it was like an experience. It was.
That's kind of cool.
It was kind of cool. I mean, it was like, and he made this. I remember he made this like dip that was like this big with like these. I mean, it was like an amazing experience. But he was a little. I mean.
Keep the dip. I'm going home. You right?
I'm just thinking.
Oh,
I go into.
you were looking at me like you were going to smack me.
How do you sit on a camel? What's
the
the appropriate way to sit on a camel? In between the humps, on the hump? Where do you sit?
Oh, good question.
You know what I'm
Was
going
it
to
a
find?
single hump? Was it a dual hump?
Yeah.
I'm gonna
is it a
find.
double?
I'm
I don't
gonna
know.
find my photos.
Oh, oh yeah.
I should have brought some of those pictures.
Do you have pictures
You
of
want
Ruby?
to find pictures of Ruby and Ed and
Yeah,
everybody?
and I want Ruby on this show.
Ruby's in fucking Australia.
Zoom.
She can zoom.
She's doing shrimp
What's
on
up
the
with
Barbie
Jay
right now.
Moore? Is he coming?
Jay Moore, I think he's reacting to the video because you're in it. He responded like within an hour or two.
I love him.
Would love to do the show. Thanks for asking. I'm coming in Thursday night, so maybe I'll come to the club early and do the show with you, and then I'll just hang out until the show. I'm like, holy shit! I was like, yeah, all right, sounds good. Yeah, okay, great.
We'll do another video.
And that was it. And then I wrote back to him saying, so what time would you like? Because I didn't know if I had to like maybe start the show later or something.
Whenever.
So I said, what time were you thinking? No response. Now I'm like, oh fuck. So I then responded again saying, hey, well, where are you staying? I'll come get you if you like, if you need a ride, or if you're taking the train, whatever, I'll come pick you up. Nothing again.
Okay, we're gonna do this video before I leave.
But, well, why now? I mean, the show is tonight and tomorrow.
Well, we're gonna figure it out.
Oh.
Let's have James call him.
Yeah, yeah.
No, big James.
No, James.
Oh, I'm like, that's a little strange.
James, this coffee is delicious, but you got to take the lid off because the lid smells and tastes like one of your things you repair in a lab.
I've never, ever said, can I have a lid that doesn't have a flavor? What flavor lids do you guys have? You have neutral flavor? Because I want to taste the shit that's in the cup.
Well, did you drink the lid? What are you
The
talking
lid
about?
has a distinct chemical taste.
Where is it?
It's not on my coffee
here
anymore.
now.
It's gone.
Oh,
Well, okay, now that we've
No,
gotten
really,
past
no,
that
seriously,
part.
James. Smell the. You don't.
No, I don't. Whatever that smell is, it's probably in your nostril. Whatever you used or something. I don't know. It's a chemical.
Let me see. I'm trying.
Okay, other than that, how's the coffee?
I got nothing.
You didn't make this coffee.
I made this.
You
fucking
went to
coffee.
Dunkin' and you put it in
Really?
a cup and
Hey,
you like switched
Dunkin'
it
Donuts
out.
people, give me the bluest cup you got.
I believe him. He's a Navy SEAL.
I think you have a crush on this man.
All right, cool. I'm with that.
I have a crush on
so
James.
much fun with James on Saturday night.
We had a good
James is
time.
coming.
I had a good time here.
Oh, I sense a little jealousy. That's what I said.
Message. Is that bull?
I have a great time with you.
I have a whole story about Bull.
Why don't you just co-host on Fridays then?
I have a great time with you every week.
Okay.
You guys are great. I love this show. I love it.
That's how we became friends. He started watching on Fridays because you were here. And then when he showed up last Saturday, I didn't even know who he was.
Yeah.
He came in and said, "I'm James." Okay, great. Sit down.
It was great.
You were here
is
for.
that how this love fest began?
He was here for a little
I
while.
was also 3 beers deep, so I was definitely a little more into you, Tony.
Damn it! No, you were into the young fellas.
Oh yeah, these guys over here.
Yeah,
I've heard about him and those young
I
fellas.
was questioning their IDs at that point.
I was a little worried. There were a couple of times I thought there was going to be a fight, but then you guys afterwards like, "Oh, that was great. I love picking on you."
Did I have my phone at any point?
Not that I saw.
Because that's where the photos
you
will
did
come from.
because you said I'm about to do the podcast. You were on the.
I was on the phone with John LaRocca.
that's right.
Yes.
All right, just carry on.
Hey,
without
Tom Kelly's watching.
Tom,
he's
what's
not.
up, Tom?
Tom Kelly, look what I have.
You're egging him on
Oh,
now.
is that the book in the chat that
If it
started
is,
the
that
whole
cool stuff.
Yes, it is.
stirring situation?
Look, Tom Kelly, this is Andrew Fremder right here.
You're going
Look,
to give Tom anxiety.
Tom is right now. He's having a heart attack.
Maybe Tom should call in, or is
What
he
is-
watching it
Let's
from
talk to
30,000
Tom.
feet?
You had your phone. John LaRocca called you before
Yes.
we went on the air, so you had your phone here. So it's here. We know it's here.
Do you have
This is going to
additional
be.
pockets?
This is going to be on my tombstone. Hi, here lies Rose Lynn.
Do you have
There's
pictures?
my phone.
You have
It's in
pics-
my book.
It's in your book.
I was
in
gonna
my
say, it feels a
Isn't
little
that
funky.
crazy? This is how we are today. If we don't have our phone, we're freaking
yeah.
out.
I'm freaking
Like,
out.
Well, some of us are.
Oh my god.
I don't think I'd
I remember back
like
in
that.
back
You
in
have
like
to have
the late
people that
80s,
want to call you or text you for
Oh,
that.
that's true.
Or else it doesn't matter.
Back in the late 80s, you left the house without your beeper. Fuck! Left my beeper at home.
True.
I still sort of
I
miss
had a beeper.
my BlackBerry.
But it was like so stupid. Like you had a girlfriend and you just do love messages. Like,
You're like-
who is paging me? I've never got a page from my dad. Like never.
Oh man, I used to get a beep on the way home and from the airport. I had to pull over right across from the trooper station where they had that phone bank on Southern State.
They were
yes, I
everywhere.
remember
I'm like,
that. Yeah.
shit, I gotta pull over, make a call.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yes. You used to keep a ton of change in the car in case I'd pull over and hit a payphone.
Yeah.
What's
Then
the
you
matter,
had
honey?
the calling
Everything all right?
card. Remember the calling card? And you had a number.
Yes, that's right.
I remember a little kid at the airport with his mother one day in the terminal where we had the bank of payphones that were out of service. This was only a
Right.
few years ago. And the mother would be like, those are what I was telling you about. He's like, Mommy, what are they? And I look at the mother, I go, that's awesome.
Yeah.
The kid had no clue what these things were on the wall, and they were payphones.
Oh
They were
wow.
old payphones.
Remember how nasty those payphones were? Like you would touch them. Like how many faces was
You know,
this
you're
on?
grabbing the things.
I'm getting acne looking at a phone.
Or you'd go put your fingers in to go get like your change,
Oh, yeah.
and it'd be like there'd be like a wet
Piece of
chuckle
something.
or juju,
Yeah.
like a juju candy. I
it
do
was
love
pretty
those
bad.
gummy candies, boy. Oof.
Gummy candies. Like
I ate all of John LaRocchia's gummy candies. Well, he has diabetes, so I had to.
You saved his life.
You helped him.
I do. I just saved men's lives.
do they get jammed in your teeth though?
Oh God!
Oh, my God.
Help!
What the hell?
Rosie.
Oh my God!
Oh my God, she got me.
For a second, I thought maybe I really had to give you mouth to mouth or something.
You totally got me. I thought you really fell.
I was gonna do it.
And
instead.
being that now I don't know where anatomy is, I thought asses were a
I had
pair.
to see if she saved men's lives.
You know. All right, I'm finding photos.
You're finding photos of
I
Ruben?
am.
Meanwhile, I'm over here like, does he have some kind of disease I didn't know about?
All right.
Like,
Yeah,
go ahead, help him on this one. What
I
do
was
I do?
like,
Yeah.
oh my God.
I
he's
thought that
having
was
a
real. I
fucking
thought he
seizure.
really fell.
I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
The last time that kind of a thing happened to me, it was Rolling Stones, 2012, right? Barclays. The guy next to me, they probably went to the first Rolling Stones concert. He was hammering down the whole night. But you know when you're in like the upper deck and you're looking down?
Yeah.
He's scooching in front of me. His wife goes, he needs to go to the bathroom. Can you just let him by? I'm like, yeah. He gets in front of me and he falls.
Oh, wow.
He falls like 2 rows down. And the people in front of me, they move out of the way. They're like, oh my God. And I'm like, fucking help him. Right. I reach down. I get this incredible strength and I just hook him. And I bring him up.
Oh, wow.
This guy was hammered. He wasn't light. He was probably 200 pounds. And then his wife just shimmied him out of there. I was like, oh my God. They just got out of his way. Like,
I was at a David Crosby and Graham Nash concert at Westbury Music Fair. I'm sitting. My girl I was with at the time was to my left. My buddy was to her left, and he had the aisle seat. Rob Safeway. He had the aisle seat. Some dude is high out of his head, and he just sits on the stairs, right next to my buddy, and he's like zoning out. He's doing all this weird stuff, but all of a sudden he starts grabbing my buddy's leg, and he's like all different parts of his leg. My buddy's not flipping out. Oh, why? So I jump in. Turns out I knew the guy.
Oh, jeez.
And I won't say his name, but I was like, I'm now yelling at him. Would you stop? And then the cops came and took him away. I like how you got nice and close.
Well, I wasn't in the video.
What do you mean you weren't in the video?
I wasn't in the video.
How's the coffee though?
Excellent.
Now I am.
That's French pressed, man.
Yes,
I have
very
to
good.
find
Thank you.
a-
Appreciate you bringing that in.
Thank you.
I was just getting done with
You just
that.
said all you do is just say so. I would have fixed the camera.
No, you know.
So Rosie, other than the top of the coffee, how's the coffee?
The coffee's actually quite good.
Thank you. That's French pressed. I made it myself.
I appreciate that. And
where are you, Comac?
I live in Comac.
Yeah, and the coffee was still nice and hot when you.
I have a thing. I have a carafe. It's insulated. Ooh. Tells me what temperature the liquid is.
Now I know you like him so much.
Well, he's a veteran. He's always prepared.
So I traveled with it here, but I wasn't bringing this big stupid thing in here.
So let's start asking. While I find pictures,
they have
let's get to know
Oh.
these men.
Yes.
Okay. Well, Jeff hosts with me on Mondays, so they know Jeff.
All right.
James Grimm.
But I don't. Can you ask him 3 questions so I get to know him? Ask him 3 quick questions so I know who this man is.
Well,
I know you like motorcycles.
Yes.
I know you have a daughter.
Yes, I have and I have 2.
Oh, I only saw 1.
And that's what he does for a
And
living.
she's a gymnast.
Yes.
The youngest one is
My
gymnast.
stepdaughter is 21.
Okay.
And his shirt, that's what he does for a living.
That's what I do for a living.
What is it?
Oh, because I saw
Aircraft mechanic.
Mechanics think they're better than everybody, and then I saw like the Family Guy aircraft mechanics, and they were wearing tuxedos. Like we're fucking much better than everybody.
Well, they walk around with an A&P license, right?
I was okay, that's all I know. And he likes to wear multiple sunglasses and
You
shit
saw that.
here.
Well, one's
Because that's
the regular
me.
and the
Rosie, I
Yeah.
think you have 1,000 glasses. There's a picture with you, different glasses every time.
I have a million glasses. Yeah. Thank you for noticing. That's my thing. Red lips and lots of glasses.
And was it last week you had the bright red glasses?
You wait till I bring my white ones in here.
You wait till I bring my white one in here. I have no idea what that means.
Yeah, me either.
But I'm just silly that way. But.
Oh, I forget who they say I look like when I wear the white ones.
Who's they?
My friends.
Oh.
You got to see.
Yeah, I do got to see.
You got to read the comments.
Okay.
And then we got to ask James Grimm some questions.
Ooh, I like
yes,
questions.
absolutely.
I like Q&A.
All right,
I want to ask James some questions, but first I got to find the photo.
Well, Rosie, I also have a question for you, but I'll get to it.
No, ask it now.
Okay. Well, okay. Let's do this then. Okay. So I saw on the internet, I think it's a Tom Kelly thing, but there was a video, you were in it, said Lido Beach Moms.
Yes.
Right?
Oh, he deleted that because it didn't get enough views, I noticed.
It's going to
is
get
that
more
right?
views.
Mm-hmm.
So
Tom.
He said that it needed its own publicist. That it was.
Jesus.
Yeah.
So anyway,
I couldn't pull that shit together. I'm sorry.
So Lido Beach Moms means you're from Lido Beach, you're a Lido Beach mom. But that's right next to Long Beach. And Long Beach, right?
Yes.
You're 2 of 2 things if you live in Long Beach. A, you don't leave Long Beach, right?
Yes.
You are proud to be part of.
Yes.
You go, Comac? We don't go there.
Oh, yeah.
No.
I don't even know. Comac had a movie theater when I was in high school, and apparently
It's now
somebody
Lowe's. It's
had
now
a
Lowe's.
baby in the bathroom.
And the
That's
motor
still
inn,
there.
yes.
That's and active. It is quite active, right
Still,
next to
huh?
And the other thing you are, if you live in Long Beach, is a avid volleyball player. How many volleyball courts does one beach need? Right. So now Lido Beach is this like little offshoot. Like is it like, okay, we want to be kind of Long Beach-ish, but we don't want to be Long Beach.
Okay, I'll explain to you what this means.
Please.
Lido is technically not part of Long Beach at all.
Okay.
Okay. Like I can't even go and buy a Long Beach resident beach pass. I'm not even part of this. I'm not part of the city of Long Beach. I am part of the town of Hempstead.
Oh.
So like my garbage and everything, I'm Nassau County Police. Long Beach has its own police department. We're not part of that at all. The schools are the same. So the kids go to the schools. We have our own beach. We have Lido Beach. But it is really the same community. Lido is like this big, and the community is the same, really. we all utilize the same stuff, but we don't pay like city taxes to the city of Long Beach. But yes, people don't want to leave. They don't want to go over the bridge.
True.
They don't want to go into Even Island Park.
Right.
It's far. I'm not that person because I work in Massapequa, so I'm constantly leaving, especially in the summer when people want to stay because that's my busy season at work. So I'm the one that's always leaving. I'm like, when people are coming into town or when people are riding their bike to the beach, I'm like, leaving. I'm used to it. It is what it is.
Right.
I do go to the beach, but I go on off days. I'll walk the boardwalk in the morning, come home, shower, and then leave. I do leave. My best friend in the whole world is Yana, and Yana is the most amazing volleyball player that I know. Yes, she is an avid volleyball player. She is the girls' volleyball coach for the Mineola girls varsity. And she won Coach of the Year last year. And the girls went to Long Island champion. They didn't win New York State, but they won all of Long Island.
Right.
She's amazing. And she's been playing since we're in high school. We went to high school together. I have always sponsored the teams that she plays on, the leagues from when she started playing in, like when we first moved here. I moved to Long Beach in 2000. And she was like right there around the time she moved in around the same time. So she's always played in leagues, and I always sponsored them through my business. So I would be like the one that showed up late once a year, dressed to the nines with like pearls and my big sunglasses. And I'd be like, I'm leaving early tonight, ladies. I'm going to go check out Yana's volleyball game at Jones Beach. And I'd walk in like my bag and my glasses, and I'd sit down and watch the game. And one time I sat down at the side of the, I fucking hate like playing volleyball. I'm so bad. I don't like it. Hurts.
What? Do you make that noise when you play the volleyball?
That's why I'm so bad at it. Like, I remember when I first moved there.
Yeah.
You know, I was young. I'd put the bikini on and be like, I'm going to play too.
Yeah.
And I remember Yana, who's so...
make that face?
She's so fucking honest.
Honest Yana.
She would be like...
Honest Yana.
Be honest.
She'd be like... She's so honest. She's like... She sits... I like that. I'm using that forever now.
Yeah, that's $20.
Yeah.
Shit's not free. I got bills to pay.
It's $22.50 with the coffee. I'll just keep adding it on.
Padding the bill.
I'll Venmo you after the show. So she goes, yeah, Rose, do me a favor. Just sit over there.
Oh, that's a rough one.
Yeah, she was like, I just not, I have my things that I do well, but volleyball's just not one of those fucking things. And I tried so hard in the beginning because, like you said, Long Beach is so volleyball. I know. It's so, and I mean, I lived on the boardwalk. Like and at the time before Sandy, we had like an entrance you can go under the boardwalk.
Right.
And like you'd go underneath and like hit the net.
That's
like,
right.
bing, bounce back. That's how volleyball it was, and I just sucked at it. So bad.
Now, there was one part of the whole Lido Long Beach thing.
Yeah.
For Point Lookout.
Oh, yeah. That's really fucking fucked up.
What's
Point
there?
Lookout.
Like, what is that?
That's where you can't even buy a home unless somebody you know is selling it to you.
Is that right?
And you
Really?
can't even park your car there.
Well, the whole town is 6 blocks.
And you can't park your car.
Right.
There's no street parking.
Is it like Fire Island? You have to park somewhere else?
You can't park there. So, like, if you want to go to Point Lookout, you either take an Uber or you ride your bike or you park on the one main little road where it's like 3 blocks and you're lucky if you get a spot.
Yeah.
There's a couple of restaurants, a liquor shop, an ice cream shop,
And a gas station.
and a gas station,
Gas station.
and a deli.
And a marina.
It smells like poopy.
What does Lido have? Do you have a deli?
We have one deli, one ice cream shop and
The ice cream shop is awesome.
And we have Marvel.
Well, that's the ice cream shop.
No, there's also
Is that a knockoff of Carvel? Come on.
but it's cool.
Come
though.
on.
That's
Who
right.
we
And we have
bullshitting?
and we have the school.
That's like Mr.
I
Hip.
live
Pepper.
on that corner where Marvel, I could just
Oh, that's
walk
where you
there.
are?
I live right near Marvel.
We had a, you don't remember? We had a Marvel in Hitchville. Yeah.
Oh, is that right?
And now
Yeah,
there's a
years
Marvel
ago.
on the boardwalk. They opened up a little
Oh,
offshoot
did they?
of Marvel.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a Carvel, right across the street from Holy Trinity. There was a Carvel there, and then eventually it became a Marvel.
Did it? I remember
When
that.
we were in junior high, it was a Marvel for a short time, and then it closed. Yeah.
Is that like Coming to America? You had McDonald's and McDowell's?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But they have the
Big
Golden
Mick.
Arches. We have the Golden Arches.
So that is the area in a nutshell. It is a really wonderful
I
place
missed it. Can you
to
repeat
live.
that?
Oh, shut up.
Yeah.
I thought we were going to see pictures.
Oh,
I know. All right.
I ask James questions, or
all
we'll
right.
read that while I
Yeah,
do
that's
this.
I know
Well-
my fake fall just threw
Because I
everything
need to
off.
get to know this guy. He's making a comeback apparently into comedy
Yes.
It's a big comeback, yeah.
because he took a break. This is what I
Long-
learned. I'll tell you what I know about James from my conversations with him at the bar at the brokerage when I got to meet him.
Right.
He is divorced.
He has 2 kids.
He has 2 kids. He seems to be a very involved, loving father. He
Love
talks a
that.
lot about his children.
Cool.
He
2 boys, right?
Boy and a girl.
boy and a
okay.
girl.
Boy and a
The girl is sassy. But that's what happens at like what 14, 15?
Oh, my God.
Yeah, mine's 14.
They love to just talk shit, these girls. I have nieces, so I have a boy, but my nieces are that age, and they are sassy faces.
Sassy faces.
There's some sweet moments, though. She'll, like, give me the middle finger.
Oh,
But
She'll
then-
give you the finger.
Oh, she'll be like, and then she'll hang out with me. Like, you want to just go hang out? I'm like, okay. Okay. Whatever this means.
Thank God my daughter hasn't done that. Well, at least not to my
Oh,
face.
that's coming.
Behind your back.
It's,
There's a lot
behind
of-
your
Oh,
back? You're
yeah,
like,
of course. Yeah.
go
I
pay
s-
those bills.
I still don't curse in front of my mother.
I don't either.
Yeah, I couldn't because that was like the big thing when we were kids. You curse in front of your parents, you're dead.
Well, I had to stop cursing on here since I found out your mother watches all the time.
Oh, I don't.
I've never
stop.
I'm going to
cursed in
step
front
up
of
my
your
game
mother.
then. I'm going to curse more.
He said,
Only my own mother.
Mrs. Walker, I'm sorry.
No, you're safe. My mom always liked you. You were one of the better friends that I had as kids.
Because I never cursed in front of her.
Well, true. Yeah, Joe Murphy. She yelled at him all the time. He always cursed in front of me. Let's see. So you said
How
the
am I
other
going to
night.
show you this picture on the screen?
What do you mean? Let me see.
I'm just
It's-
going to show you.
It's something
This
we
is
can't
me-
show it.
This is me and Ed in 1995.
Oh, I'm definitely showing that on the screen.
How?
I'll hold the camera
Right
up to
up
the,
to the- right
yeah,
up
the
to
phone
My
up right
eyes
to
are
the
closed,
camera.
and in those days, you didn't know
Eduardo?
until you got
Eduardo.
Because you were
The Cuban.
overwhelmed with love that your eyes were closed. Let me see.
She was blinded.
Is he
Michael-
a handsome fella?
No,
What?
it's Michael Hutchins. Look at Rosie. Look at her. She's all enamored with her eyes closed. I love you, Eduardo.
Eduardo.
I love you too, Rosie.
Cuban sandwich, Eduardo.
There's
Yeah.
Eduardo.
Oh, wow. Oh, he's got one of those soul patches.
It was very popular in 95.
It was popular back
I
then.
have more.
And you have more. All
I
right.
got more.
I
Yo
bet you.
tengo más, Eduardo. Yo tengo más.
I bet you there's at least 2 pictures of you kissing him.
No.
I
Yes.
think I've seen him in a porn. Yeah.
Okay. So this is
Pretty
all.
sure.
This is all of us.
Oh, Rosie.
This is all
Ruby.
of us. This is not. I took the photo. So
Oh.
that's the other 2 guys and Ruby, and then
Oh, so
I
which?
took it.
Oh, so that's Eduardo there.
Uh-huh.
So these were her 2 guys.
Yes.
Oh, and look. Oh, she's not wearing a bra.
She never wore a bra.
God
I told you
bless
she
her.
was a free-spirited Australian lunatic.
Wow. Look. Oh, yeah.
No hair in the armpits, though, right?
No,
Thank
She
God.
was a clean hippie.
That'll ruin everything.
She was a clean hippie.
Look at
Oh, it
Ruby
was
on the
so
bottom.
Fun.
I bet.
Oh, it was so fun.
She seems like
Yeah,
the perfect person to go on this this excursion with.
It doesn't look. Was it cold?
And
I just said because we're all wearing these
And I
jackets.
told you her
these flannels.
stepdad was an artist.
Yeah.
So she knew all about like she taught me about I didn't know a thing about art at the time. So she was like, this was the expressionist movement, this was the impressionist, and this was the Dada era,
Yeah,
and this
I
was
would
that.
not
Like
know
she
a
knew
thing.
all this stuff. So she
You say Dada?
Dada.
What does that mean?
It was a type of art movement, and like she taught me all these things that I still know and remember and have an appreciation for, and I would not have because I wouldn't have known what I was even looking at that time. And that was my shirt. That was one of I used to go to thrift shops at the time, so that was him in Ruby's pants and my shirt.
Who is that?
I forget his name.
It's one of Ruby's guys?
No, that was one of. I don't remember the other 2 guys' names. I didn't care.
Oh my goodness. This picture's very gay.
He wasn't gay.
Reading comments. So the other day you said bull.
Okay.
John Rusiello is
I
saying.
can't unsee it now.
Joel Hansen. I don't know who that is.
I don't know who Joel Hansen
Says you look exactly like him. All right, I'm going to have to
right.
look him up.
We'll have to look him up.
Joel Hansen.
Joel Hansen.
Look, this was all of us. Look how young.
What year? 1995?
95.
High
Oh,
school.
look, there's the map.
There's the map that he
There's the
sent
map.
you. The Eduardo map.
Look,
Oh,
This
yeah, I
is-
see it a little bit.
look. This is the hostel where we all met. And then that's the
Is
last.
this the night you met?
That's where we met at the hostel, where we all hung out. Went
Look
to
at him,
dinner.
and yeah, but this isn't the actual night you met.
That was the
Oh,
night we
look
met.
at you hanging all over him like that on the
Yeah,
night.
it was like
Well,
instant. I was
calm
like, I don't
down.
know
So
this guy.
fast.
If I was your dad, I'd be so mad. Look at her hanging all. Well, hang on. Yeah, look at her hanging all over Eduardo on the night they met.
Well, that was before dinner. We were fully clothed with a group of people. You got to zoom out. There was other people.
Oh, it doesn't
I
matter.
like his hair.
I don't either.
I don't know.
I don't either.
No, I don't like it either.
No.
What do you say? He's got stupid hair. My son
It's
says that
kinda
about Trump.
stupidish,
My
yeah.
son goes, Trump has stupid hair. Look, see? He was wearing my shirt already. I don't know how to see. It was hours later.
So how do we? We didn't do any of that your first day here. We didn't switch shirts. You didn't like hang all over me for the camera.
No.
I'm very jealous.
Look, and then this was that that Latin bar under the Charles Bridge.
The Latin bar under the Charles Bridge.
How did two Hispanics find a Latin bar under the Charles Bridge in
Leave
the
it
middle
to
of
them.
Prague in
Leave it to them.
95?
You got a
Find
big
everything.
smile on your face.
Oh my God!
You look very happy with
theirs.
this
And they
guy.
find work, too.
I was
Jobs
I
that
was
nobody ever had.
I was smitten.
Nice shirt, James. You look like the angry newsbird from the Muppets.
Okay, all right.
That's Frender.
That's got to be Fender. Yeah.
You remember the eagle from the Muppets? That's what he said. He looks
All right, I'm trying to work that into a compliment. But,
The story in Morocco sounds like sex trafficking. That's from Vicky Remical Grimm. No relation, right?
none.
That's weird to me because it's not a popular
It's a
name.
cool name, though.
Yeah.
I had a beer last night that had Grimm on it. I had to drink it.
What the name? The brand?
The brand was Grimm,
Never heard
spelled
of it.
exactly like my last name.
Wow.
It was just an IP. One of those local IPAs that come, they put them in a can.
Did you keep the can?
No, he took it from me, the bartender. I don't
Wow,
know. Maybe
what a
they got
dick.
a thing where he pours it and then takes the can. I was like, but I got a picture. That's all I need.
Oh yeah, all right. So that works.
I got a picture.
And last night that was a comedy show.
That was a comedy show at US Brews in Centerport, ran by Mike Tanzi.
How was the show? You did
It was a great show.
Were you a guest or you did a set?
I did an open mic on Tuesday, and he asked me, "Hey, well, come do a spot."
Nice.
Like, okay.
Tansy's great.
Tanzi's great,
Yeah.
and it was a fun show. He had a lot of people there, and it was a
Who
good time.
hosted?
Mike Tanzi hosted.
Okay.
And Courtney was there.
Courtney was there.
Rob White.
Rob White headlined
Headline?
it.
Oh,
Rob
he's
is
so
awesome.
fucking funny.
They're
Rob.
great, all of them. And did I see Rocco was there?
Rocco was on the bill. Harry Friedman was also on the bill. I
Oh,
think that's it.
Ugh. Sorry. Go on. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
That was the sound of like a Lido Beach.
No,
mom.
I'm sorry. You know what happened? I had gas. It had nothing
And it
to
just
do.
came up at that time.
It had
Wow.
nothing to do with what you said.
Okay, all right.
I didn't mean that. Go on.
Well, that's who was there. Like,
Oh, okay.
back to you.
And back to you.
I was waiting for you to do
John-
it again. Oh, it came back up.
John Luciello says, Tom, I loved when you were on the show last week. Oh, he's talking to Tom Kelly, I guess. Oh, yeah, Tom Kelly says, thank you. Oh, Tom Kelly says, love Tony, Rosie, and the gang. Thank you, Tom. Love you too, pal. Great book. Depending on who you are, you might need a thesaurus, says Fremder.
I'm curious if Tom is getting this signal at 30,000 feet or if he's at home.
Oh, you know what I'm doing tonight?
No.
I can't wait.
What are you doing?
Oh my God. Well, first of all, my husband threw his back out completely. He plays ice hockey, and he came home last night and he said he couldn't even like take his own skates off. I guess the guys had to take his skates off for him. And so tonight my son has his own ice hockey game. So I'm gonna do that with. So anyway.
Islander fans?
No.
Yeah, no, you're stepping on
that
some
shit.
dangerous turf there.
Just asking.
Why? So I could pay $50 to park and then have the worst pizza ever?
That is a weird
That's-
parking
And then have
situation.
pizza?
Same thing at the baseball
Oh, wait, hold on.
stadiums
Let me
now.
have a slice of pizza at UBS.
I lost $400 at UBS, and I didn't even spend it. My buddy paid me for the tickets
pizza.
for the concert.
I got it.
Okay.
And I put it in my lap.
That really
paid
landed.
the parking.
That landed
parked,
like a
opened the door.
Harry
It was the
joke.
windiest day of 2020. Took every bill I had and just launched it.
Oh, that's awful.
I'm in the parking lot chasing down 5s and 20s.
Oh, God. Ah.
I just didn't know until you picked. I didn't know what you were doing.
No, it's fine. It was a terrible joke.
It was fine. It was fine.
What did we miss? What
You don't want to know.
She's talking about the pizza at UBS, and then she grabbed the coffee thing
Holder and I ate it.
So she's trying to say that
It was so bad. But anyway, I've only been to UBS once, and
I
it
would get
was.
pizza at UBS though.
Who the hell gets
there.
pizza?
I-
Is Dave Portnoy going to UBS to do a pizza?
I know, but
No.
pizza in New York should be
No.
decent at least. Anyway, no.
It's like I wouldn't get pizza at City Field either if they had it, which I don't think
You
they
get a
do,
hot
but-
dog at City Field, okay? That's
Yes,
gonna be good.
No, I like
the steak place is
No,
pretty good. There's a steak joint.
that steak sandwich.
Yeah.
Oh,
right.
you're
Yes,
talking about
that's what it
LaBelle's,
was.
but isn't that Yankee Stadium?
No. What's it called?
Somebody tell me what the steak sandwich is that you get. It's for that famous steak place. They have the sandwich. It's so good.
Yeah.
The famous steak place.
The steak sandwich joint in City Field.
You sure it's not LaBelle's?
Somebody coming in telling
Positive.
me it's no, it's not.
Positive.
It's not.
It must be a competitor because
No, it's
Yankees
not. It's
use
the-
LaBelle's.
It's not Shake Shack.
I have stuff to bring to Massapequa. This is my brother
I don't know.
telling me about
Yeah, I
it.
can't think
I've
of it.
only
As soon
been
as
to
I hear
City
it, I'm
Field
going to
once.
know.
I've only been there one time.
Okay, I'm going to ask Anthony.
Frank Cafora has been commenting, and Frank Cafora is. I looked on Facebook. He's on your friends list.
Okay. Yeah.
Do you know who I'm talking
I
about?
do know him. Yep, he's part of some of the social groups that I'm part of, or I've been part of. Yeah,
that's
nice guy.
interesting. Yeah, great guy.
Are you
Yeah,
a sandwich person?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you familiar with Philly at all?
Mm-hmm.
Philadelphia? Are you familiar with the pork sandwich?
No, I didn't.
Oh my God! Nobody knows this pork sandwich.
Yeah, what's a pork sandwich? Please elaborate.
Okay. I'm going to show you this sandwich. There's a place in Philadelphia. You don't eat anything. Stop looking at me like you give a shit.
You're not a
I'm
food
listening.
guy?
He's a hamburger, French
Not a
fries.
food guy at
Oh,
all.
no cheese on the hamburger.
No cheese.
You don't have to have cheese
no
on a
ketchup.
hamburger. It's
Yeah,
not
I hate
He doesn't like
mandatory.
condiments.
No ketchup.
He doesn't like chicken. He doesn't like anything.
I like chicken.
You do?
I feel like he
A
does.
chicken breast, and that's it.
You and your breasts.
Even
Only because it's
vegans
called
like
breast.
chicken.
So
They just
weird.
won't admit it.
So, all right. So tell us about.
All right, so tonight
Got
I'm
it?
taking my son. I really am like Quentin Tarantino. We'll all come together. I swear to God, at the end, it's like boom. So, taking my son to hockey tonight to watch his game, and I have to get him dressed. Usually, my husband will handle that part. So I'll get him ready for hockey. I'm going to go to the game. We're going to have a good time. We're going to do that. We'll have a little bite to eat, and then I'm going to a roast at this seedy place.
Oh, is that the Peter Anthony roast?
Uh huh. Are you going?
I am going to.
Oh my God, it's going to be so great. We're having a roast of Peter Anthony. He's naturally funny.
Oh, I've known Peter for a long time. Before he got into comedy, I knew him.
He's a nice dude.
Isn't he funny?
He's nutty.
He's
out there.
amazing.
He
wants to take me to Arthur Avenue
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
to eat dinner and just shoot the shit with the paisans. He's like, I swear to God, it's not a thing. It's
What is
not
a
like
paisan?
a
That's an Italian thing?
Yeah, it's
Is
like
that
a
like
French.
anti-jarred sauce? Is that what that
no,
is?
paisan just.
Paisan.
You're
You're
are you the
buddies.
whitest
You're buddies.
human being
I
ever?
am.
Okay.
If I take my
pals.
shirt off, you'll be like, I'll blend in with a white wall. Okay.
Italians have paisans. Latins have amigos.
Neither.
What
And-
nationality
and-
is Grimm? What nationality?
I'm Irish, English, German, Scottish, and like as of 2 years ago, Russian.
So he's like
He's quite the mutt.
his veins like just have vodka running through. them,
Totally. Yeah.
Basically.
Like my mother, at my grandfather's funeral, we're at the funeral. My mother, like, she whispers to me, she goes, "Well, by the way, you're part Russian too." I was like, I'm like 28, or I'm sorry, 30 years old when she's telling me this. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like all these years, I had no idea I had Russian in me.
so then immediately you're able to do the dance.
Totally. Yeah.
All
I'm
of a
into
sudden, a
it.
big hat grew out of his head. No, but so after the hockey is the roast. I can't wait.
Who's roasting Peter?
Danny Calabrese, his nephew John Antitomaso, and Mike Delaquila.
Oh,
There's a couple guys on that
Mike's
bill.
a good guy.
I can't wait.
It's going to be fun.
Oh my God.
And they have good wings there.
Where is it at Red Zone?
Oh, do you want me to talk about Red Zone right now?
If you would like.
Well,
I used to work there.
Oh, okay.
Well, it wasn't Red Zone the whole time.
Okay.
It used to be a strip joint.
Yes.
I was a DJ there.
Oh, well, no
What
kidding.
kind of music did you play as a DJ? at
It
the
was
strip
whatever
Whatever
they
the
wanted.
girls
So
wanted.
this is how it worked. The girls would tell me what they want me to play for them, but every now and then, one girl would be like, "Can you play this song?" And then another girl would be like, "Oh, can you play this song?" It's like the same song. I can't play the same song. And then they would like get into little arguments over.
So it was like stripper. It was stripper.
Oh my God, they would fight. No, he's playing that for me, you fucking bitch. And they would get nasty with each other.
How did you settle who was going to play? Who you were playing?
Not
the song
that
for?
motion. I did not.
I was like, what do you mean?
Yeah, what are you talking about?
What did I do? What happened?
You were like, how did you fucking settle it?
It would always come down to who
I
tips
know what
me
you were
better.
doing
Because they
there.
tip me. They pay me at the end of the night. So I'm like, you know what? Mariah kind of gives me a better tip. But like Jennifer over here, or Sparkles gives me a shitty tip. She's not getting the Lick My Vagina song for her. Sorry. You're not going to get it. Lick My whatever. That's how she would say it. She's like, can you play Lick My for me tonight? I'm like, Lick My. I'm like, oh, the Lick Me song. Got it. Yeah.
That must have been interesting being a DJ at a
It's
strip joint.
weird being a strip club DJ. First of all, the guy that owned the place, picture a strip club owner. He is the epitome of every strip club owner you could ever imagine. His
Biggest
name was
greaseball.
Eddie. And every time I think of that name, I'm like, oh my God.
Maybe it was that Eduardo.
No. Eduardo is super handsome compared to Eddie.
Leave him alone.
He's like the guy that like the job interview involves him closed doors down in the basement office. That was Eddie's. That's how you got the job at the strip club.
Close the door behind you and
Real greaseball.
yeah,
But they also served food.
some real grease balls.
So my deal was
he
he paid me a fixed fee. I got tipped out, and I got a small meal, and I got one free drink.
And a lap dance.
No lap dances.
Oh, come on.
You know, it's like you work. Let's say you work at a steakhouse. You're gonna get sick of steak, right? That's kind of what that's like.
I have a hard time believing, getting sick of steak.
No, you know what I mean.
That's a nightmare for me.
My point was like,
I know what you
I see these girls at their absolute worst, and that
Right.
pole never gets wiped down. Okay, yeah.
Gross.
But I would get my free meal, and I'm like, after like a couple times eating there, it's like I'm eating dinner at a strip club.
Yeah.
The tater tots are being fried literally 10 feet away from the dirtiest pole you could ever imagine.
Yeah. But in all seriousness, though, with getting tipped out, I would think it's pretty good money.
It was okay,
Yeah.
a night could be
How
$300-400
old were
bucks.
you when you were doing that?
2002, so whatever that is. Born in 77.
How old are you?
I'm 48.
I'm 48.
35.
Get out. Shut up.
Are you
I'm
48?
48.
Get out.
No way.
Shut up.
What are you laughing for?
Because you said no way. You admitted that you were lying.
No, I didn't.
You did. You went, no way.
So, Rosie, how old was I in
because we all-
2002?
35.
No, definitely not 35. 2002.
Born in 77? 25. Sorry,
25 years old.
25.
Sorry.
Oh, okay. So a gig at 25 as a DJ in a strip
Yep.
club, you were
That's
like
a-
the fucking man.
That's a dream club.
It wasn't a dreamy job, believe
No,
me.
I'm not saying it was a dream
The
job. But it
owner
wasn't
was
like
an
it did.
asshole. If he's out there, Eddie, that owned a Long Island Cafe, you're a dick. You're a dick. Fuck you. Sleaze bucket. He's probably dead on the street.
Don't
somewhere.
hold back. Tell us what you
Fuck
think.
Tell us
that
how
guy.
you really feel.
Don't hold back.
I hated that guy. That was the biggest Coke bar. Drugs used to just run rampant in that
Which place was this?
Long Island. It was called Long Island Cafe.
Where was that?
It was they couldn't take their tops off.
It's in
He didn't
North
have
Ba-
the
It's
license.
in North Babylon.
It's technically, I think it's Babylon, but it's like on the cusp of West Babylon.
West Babylon. It's
Yeah.
right on the service road of
Sunrise
Highway. It's the Red Zone bar now.
I mean, the wings are phenomenal today. If you go there,
No,
I mean,
the
it's
wings
still a
are
dump.
good because I go there for the open mic once in a while.
Yes.
Do you ever go to the open mic
Yes.
there?
Oh, not the open mic, but I've done a spot there, and I've also did John Butera's contest there, so
Oh, okay.
I'm familiar.
Got it. Got it.
But make sure you go to Governor's because it's Friday and that's where the great comedy shows are.
For sure.
Yes, I just, if we're going to promote other places, I have to,
Well, of course, there's nothing better than a governor's show.
Totally.
Absolutely.
Even though Jay Moore didn't show up here, but he's still going to be great tonight here in the club.
And tomorrow.
And tomorrow. Jay
And
Moore is
tomorrow.
here this weekend.
I'm going
Excuse me.
tomorrow.
Let's send Jay a message. I'm going to send him.
Yeah, but that's what we were saying before. It's too late now.
What do you mean? Pat LaFrida. The steak sandwich.
Yes, that's it.
That's the name of the
That's
that's
it,
the name
Pat
of the
LaFrida.
store.
That's the name of the... Yeah, I've never heard of it.
Never
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, Anthony.
Who sent that to you?
Anthony, my husband.
Oh, your
I
husband.
sent him a message. What's a steak sandwich in City Field?
Yep, Pat LaFrida's.
Is there one? Where could I go to get one and not be in City Field?
Right.
Pat LaFrida's.
I've
Yeah,
never
where
heard
is that? What? There's a town. Is it in a town?
No.
It's only in City Field?
It's in the city.
Oh, it's in New York City.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've never heard of it. I'm with you.
All right, so that's the competitor of LaBelle's then, because if you go to Yankee Stadium, they have LaBelle's with a fancy steak sandwich.
Okay.
Everything's better at City Field, though.
Yeah.
I heard that too.
City Field's great.
Especially the team.
Ooh,
Yeah, absolutely.
Take that.
Absolutely.
take that
It's
pinstripes.
going to be a
Yeah.
crazy good year for the Mets.
Well, I think it's going to be a good year for the Yankees too. I do.
Well, now that they can have hair on their face.
Well, that's true too.
Oh, is that a thing? I never knew that was a thing.
Oh yeah, the Yankees
That's
were
how little I know.
not. They were not allowed to have beards. They can have a mustache.
You're not a sports guy at all?
No.
And they had to come in a suit, I believe.
Well, that's
to
pretty much
show up?
every team.
Yeah.
That's
I
pretty
respect
much
that.
every team.
Well, at
yeah.
least in hockey. I don't know. In baseball, too?
Yeah. But the Yankees had a no facial hair rule starting in the 70s. Then eventually they said they can have mustaches, but no beards. Now they're saying you can have a beard, but it has to be, pretty tightly trimmed.
Wow.
Like it can't be like, one of these giant things. It has to be loose.
Is it already 12:12?
That is the correct time.
Holy
yes.
shit, today went fast.
I know. I barely asked the poor man a question.
I don't think I've gotten one other
All
than
right.
the bullpen.
Go.
All right, let's do it.
Why'd you take a break and why'd you
When
come back?
I started to do comedy in 2005. I did the John Schusten class here.
You were 28.
Whatever that is, yeah.
Correct.
I was 28. I got married in 2008, and I felt it from her. She was like, you're doing all these comedy shows, and I'm getting tired of going to them. And I was like, are you really going to put me through the rigmarole of going to comedy shows? Especially when you're doing bringer shows. Like, I kind of need you. And I'm like, and I knew I was losing this fight. I'm like, I'm married to this woman.
Yep.
I put the kibosh on it, so I stopped doing comedy probably 12 years.
Wow.
12 years, and then in 2019, I saw an open mic. I'm like, let me go check, and I saw some familiar faces.
And you were divorced at this point?
No, 2019. I'm not divorced, so I'm like, I even told her, I was like, listen, I'm freaking out. I want to do comedy. Like I'm back in my head. I'm like, I hate you, but I'm doing it. So I started to do little open mics, just dabble, just to have a little fun, to see if I still kind of got it. And I wrote out an act, had so much fun with it. I did one or two here and there, and then COVID hit.
Right.
COVID hit, and we just sat on the bed, and I was just like, I want to do comedy. But that wasn't the whole reason. I mean, there's so much more,
Of course.
The Housewives of New Jersey ruined my life, okay?
Oh, good.
So I started to get a little. Once we started to talk about divorce, and we hit the nail in that last nail in the coffin. I just moved on. I was like, all right, I'm divorced now. Where are the open mics? But in COVID, it was like, oh shit, everything's you're either a mask or you're just not open. And then I met Gio Perez.
Oh, sure.
Gio Perez had an open mic in the middle of the summer of 20 that you can go into.
Yep.
And I'm like, I'm gonna do this. And I walk in. It's this place called Tanos. It's in Coram.
Okay.
Crappiest area, but I walk in, and there's a full house of people, and they're there for dinner. And I'm like, do these people even know that there's an open mic? Gio gets up there, starts doing jokes, and everybody's like, what in the fuck is going on? A comedy show? Holy shit! And there's only 2 or 3 people doing an open mic, and I banged out a set, and I'm like, that was the best open mic I'd ever been to.
Wow.
I don't know what he's got going on. That place, I think, closed, but that was so much fun.
Did he move?
I don't know his situation. I know he lives out there, but I think he's a city guy now.
Yeah, right.
He's a funny dude.
Yeah, he is a good guy.
I always
like
thought so.
Gio, yeah. So how was it? Because I went through a similar thing with my first marriage. She didn't want me to do theater anymore. I gave it up for 7 years, and I missed it and hated her for it.
Right.
But how do you ask somebody that you love to give up what they find?
They found a way to do it. Because you need to be home more. You need to work more. We're married now. You need to grow up. And then she actually said to me, she was plus, I just don't think you're very good at it. And that's
kind of brutal.
Yeah, you knew her. Yeah, she said that to me.
Yeah.
And that was what?
L1.
Yes. Yes. And that was a big blow, and that to the esteem, to
that
your
hurts.
So I did. I was done for a while, and I missed it the whole time, and still to this day that's a little that's a sore spot for me. I gave it up for a long time. So. How was it going when you first stopped, and then how's it been since you picked it back up?
It was okay. It was fun. It was just like it is now. It's hard to get on stage. Hard
But
to
you're
get
picking
spots.
up a lot of steam now, I notice.
I'm trying to. I'm taking every little spot that kind of is offered. I'm trying to go to more open mics. I'm trying to hang out more at Governor's. I met James the other night. I was like, you know what? I need to say hello to this guy.
Yes.
I need to just say hello. And I did, and we had a nice little conversation. Happens we have the same birthday. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Well, great. You too?
Same birthday?
Nice. Same birthday.
So your birthday just passed.
January 30th.
I'm January 20th.
I'm January
Get
3rd.
out. Shut up.
I am.
Get out.
So he just had a birthday?
He just had a birthday. He probably, if he's like me, he doesn't tell anybody. I don't tell
he
people
doesn't
it's
tell
my
anybody
birthday. I don't
anything.
need
So
recognition.
January 30th,
1977.
January 20th, 1977.
Wow.
Happy
Wow.
belated, happy.
You too.
Same to you.
Maybe you guys were in
Maybe we're in the
preschool
same.
together.
Where were
Maybe
you
were
born? What
maybe you were in the
hospital?
same maternity.
I was born in
maternity
Mid Island
wards,
Hospital in Bethpage.
Oh, Mid Island.
Okay, no, I was in Good Sam.
Good
Oh,
Sam.
and,
Good Sam. West Islip.
Yep.
You were different maternity wards together.
Maybe. Maybe.
Isn't that a coincidence?
Yeah. What do you know?
Yeah, I've heard good things since you've been back on the scene.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, what I was going to say when I met James, I walked into the giggle room because I told Sean I wanted to come check out his show. Sean gives me a spot. It's like, you want to jump on? I'm like,
Sean is such a great dude, man.
absolutely.
Yep.
Yep. And I'm buying 2 sweatshirts from him just because.
Yep.
Well, actually, gotta be like 3.
Mad funny.
Yeah,
Mad funny sweatshirt.
He has mad. I didn't know he had mad funny merch.
He's got some merch. I heard that's what you got to do today. You have to have some kind of merchandise to sell, right? That's what they
I'm
say,
going to
man.
make merch. I'm going
You
to
should.
What are you going? What's
big,
the logo?
Big red lips.
There you go.
This is Rosie. I'm going to figure it out.
Can you? How about a shirt with Eduardo's face?
Ooh.
I'm so over him.
I was
Come
going
on,
to
that
say,
was like
like-
30 fucking years ago. The
Well, I
guy's
don't know. The
married.
pictures are still in the
The
phone.
guy's
I don't know if
married.
she really
the guy's
over it.
married to a gorgeous woman with 3 kids.
Oh, she's up on her Eduardo.
Well, you
Yeah,
got-
he already
listen,
knows
you-
his
you-
every move.
Right now, he's at work and he's eating lunch.
You can't avoid people's lives if you know them on social media.
Can we get him on Zoom one
Oh
day?
my God, absolutely not.
Where does he live? Is he even around here? I don't
He's
know.
in Connecticut.
He's in Connecticut. That's a fine
Would
place.
love to get him on Zoom.
Absolutely
That
not.
would be
I just want to know,
awesome.
does he still have the soul patch? Is that still in? Can you still do that today?
I think he might have that, but he doesn't have the hair anymore. It's like salt and pepper and it's short.
Oh, he ruined it.
He did. He ruined his whole life. By
Does nothing for
aging.
Rosie
Why
anymore.
the fuck did he have to age? He can't be. He can't be. 25 anymore or 20, whatever he was. Not even. Get old. These people get
I'm
old.
good with being older than I used to be.
Me
I
too.
can kick the shit out of my old self.
I am so much more comfortable in my own skin
Yes.
now that I am a mature woman.
We just had
more
that conversation.
confident
Yes. Yes.
in every way.
I would love to be able to go back to my self in
Tell
my
our
20s and give him a little
20-something-year-old
lecture
self,
and
yep.
say, you got to do this, you got to do that, you got to
Yeah.
do this. Yep.
Don't make these
fuck this up.
mistakes.
And not even that, just to say to, I would love to say to my younger self, like, just be okay with who you are.
Yeah.
Stop worrying so
Right,
much about,
right.
like,
What everybody else
what
thinks.
everybody else thinks or
Yeah.
what you look like or
Yeah.
just be you, because in 5 minutes they're not going to give a shit.
Right.
It's
what I
you.
try.
Introducing
Oh, my
yourself
Lord,
to
yeah.
James. Super move. He loves that kind of stuff.
I did.
And having
Show-
the same name and birthday is
Same
Yes.
name,
he
same
won't
birthday.
forget that.
Right,
I
he
feel
won't
like.
forget that.
So I
No.
do the spot in Giggle Room, in the Giggle
Uh-huh.
Room, and I'm out there hanging. I'm talking to Fat Jay, and I'm bullshitting. James walks over and he goes, "Hey, I saw some of your set in there. Good job." I was like, "Oh,
Nice.
that's all I needed for my Saturday night." I'm like, that's all I needed.
That is huge.
It was huge.
So, yes. So keep showing up. Keep introducing yourself. Let him see you a little bit more.
Yes.
And then even say, James, can I get a spot on a Sunday in the big room? Sundays or Thursdays.
Right.
That's
right.
like the new
Is that
guys as he gets to
consistent?
know
Is that
them.
every Thursday, every Sunday?
It's
Unless
not
they have something going on, but most.
Oh, I gotcha.
most. More than not. But
Gotcha.
like this week, like last night, nothing was going on.
Oh, okay.
But more Thursdays than not.
I'll let you know when I'm coming down.
Let me know. That'd be great.
Yeah. And do it soon because once the summer hits, there's hardly any Thursdays.
Oh, is that right?
And few Sundays because a lot of it is like fundraisers, with PTAs and stuff.
Oh,
So A
right. All
lot
the
of it
teachers
is
are off.
Yes,
Fucking
exactly.
teachers.
Fucking jerks. Yeah, and if he likes you, he'll do anything for you. And this may sound crazy, but like the way you dress right now, I don't know how you dress when you go up, but he likes that too. Like Rob White always wears a suit. He tells me all the time how he loves that.
That was a good move for Rob.
Yes, it was.
That was a
No,
good
he
move for
loves
Rob.
that I come dressed up.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. That's what I said. He loves it. Rob
No,
White's
he-
in a suit.
Well, I don't wear Rob White suits.
I'm not telling you to wear
No, but
Rob
he
White
also,
suits.
I think he also likes too that I don't come dressed like a puta.
Right. You're,
Some of these
you're
girls
not-
come dressed
Yes. You're classy.
like whores.
Oh,
Some of them, there's some that
whores.
do. Yeah.
Damn them.
I mean, that's good for other things, but
Damn
not.
them.
Damn them.
Those whores.
God bless them.
good for nothing.
Red zone pole suckers.
Tater tots and tits. Okay.
Tots and tits.
That's what my merch is gonna say.
There you go.
Tater tots and tits.
Tater tots and tits, and it's just gonna have big lips.
That's another
And on the
$20
back
you owe me.
it's-
She's up to 40 now.
Shit, 42.
Bills are getting
Try
paid.
to get to 100 before we're out the door.
42,
again. That's
baby.
8 minutes.
And you know, I asked him how his show was last night. How about you? Last week you did what? Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You had a
did
show.
have 3 shows.
How did they go?
I had a very good set on Friday.
Nice.
Okay.
I have to say, I was very, very pleased with my set on Friday in the Giggle Room. I had a lot of new stuff that I decided to add in before I didn't even do an open mic. I just fucking threw it in.
James is a big fan of that too. People who are constantly working on their sets. Just want to throw that out there.
I did some new stuff, and I was really happy with it. I actually just watched it this morning because it takes me like a while to be able to
Yes,
watch myself.
I do
can't-
struggle looking at myself.
I
It's like,
struggle.
me too.
It
ugly
takes me at
bastard.
least a couple days to be able to hear it or watch it.
Can I see it?
Yeah,
I would love to.
I'll send it to you.
That'd be great.
And then I had a show with at the Freeport Yacht Club the next day. I did the exact same thing. I wasn't as pleased with it. It was fine. It was a different kind of crowd.
Okay. We all own mansions and a yacht.
Those yacht club.
You know, it was. Listen, I didn't have a bad set. It was a good set, but it's different when it's
When they're not from Long Beach.
You say Freeport Yacht Club.
Freeport Yacht Club.
That is kind of like an
My
oxymoron, isn't it?
boss is part of that yacht club.
Oh. Ooh.
Really?
Yeah,
Maybe he was there.
he was.
Oh, he was. Oh, you already found out.
Yeah, because he's like, I met all your comedian friends. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
What did he say about the girl with the lips? What did he say? Did she say she was funny?
With the lips?
I don't know.
I think they all had lips.
You mean the tater tots and tits? He
Tater
said.
tots and tits.
No, he said that everybody was very funny, yes.
Nice.
Huh? I didn't win a raffle. I tried real hard.
You're not
Put
supposed
on
to
the-
win the raffle. You're the entertainment.
Excuse me. Here you're not allowed to play because they played games and they lost their privilege. But over there they want you to because it's money going towards it. We're not cheating.
Yeah, that was a big
Scandal.
controversy
Yeah.
here. Yes.
No, I actually won one of those.
What
Like
was
if you're
that? What was that
choking.
motion?
What was that?
Don't look at me. I have no idea what just
was
happened.
that?
You know, like
We're
the
all
life
confused.
back thing.
Oh, the life hack. You won a life hack?
I won a
life
life hack at
That was part of the raffle?
not there.
Oh, to help somebody breathe
At
when
John
they're
LaRocchia's
choking?
thing, if you're choking and they go.
Was the girl who works, the girl that sells it, was she there? She's a friend of mine. Heidi. The girl that she sells the life hack.
I don't know. I just
Oh, okay.
I won it.
But yeah,
And it was so
she's a friend
funny
of mine.
because I was the person running the things up to the stage at the event.
Oh, okay.
And they were like, you know, number 20, 29, 0702. And they were like,
You were Vanna.
20, 27, 29, 02. And they're like, last call. And I was like, what's me? Like I fucking freaked out. Like you would have thought like I won a car. And I was like, what is it? And they're like, I was like, oh.
What are you going to do with that? Where is it? Do you
It's in
have
my
it?
kitchen. I never set it up. Hopefully nobody chokes to death because I'd have to read all the instructions.
Hey, hold on. Let me watch a
They'll be
YouTube video. We'll
fucking
figure this out.
brilliant.
Just hold on. Don't die yet.
Done. You'd think my mother would learn how to use it sitting home all day doing laundry.
Somebody by the name of Stout Observation wants to know why you're dressed like Kurt Cobain.
Oh, my God. Before the shotgun. Before.
Do you know who Stout
Rolling
Observations
Stones.
I
is?
just stepped on my own shoelace. I'm going to do this because this chair's a piece of shit already. Yes, I know exactly who Stout Observations is, and I love him very much.
Oh, is that your husband?
No.
Oh, it's Eduardo.
No. It's my other boyfriend.
The other boyfriend.
It's Danny Calabrese.
Ah.
Hi,
Is
Danny.
he incognito with that name?
That's
Not
his
anymore.
that's his podcast situation.
Danny, she does talk about you an awful lot.
I
in
do
this
love
room.
Danny. Danny and I almost fucking killed each other.
Oh, all right.
This weekend.
I just heard Danny and I almost fucked. That's all I heard.
No, that's not a thing. Danny and I literally almost killed each other this
Why?
weekend because
In what way?
he and I he did something very funny, but I wasn't in on the joke. But if I had answered my phone, I would have been in on the joke. But I didn't answer my phone, and
So she wasn't in on the joke.
I wasn't in on the joke, and then I didn't realize it was a joke because maybe the 3 glasses of wine that I had.
I once saw this guy fall off his chair, and I had no idea it was a joke.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah.
I saw that too.
Yeah.
And
Got an Oscar for that, actually.
then in hindsight, I
nominated?
was like, that's a really funny joke, Danny, because you're funny. But at the time, I got like, my back went up, and he was like, you don't know how to take a joke. You know, you're really good at giving it, but you're not good at taking it.
Are
He's
we,
kind of right about that.
Can you tell us what happened? Or
Well,
no?
it was at LaRocchia's birthday podcast.
Happy birthday, John LaRocchia.
Isn't he the best?
Oh, John is
I love him.
Hilarious.
So we all went on, and Pat was there. I want to say Pat LaFrida, but it's Pat Marone.
Pat Marone's a funny dude too.
He's so funny.
Yep, love that.
He
guy.
was there, and Les was there, and
Les. Doesn't get any nicer than Les Deegan.
and they're all in their Mets gear.
Yes.
And I showed up late, and
Are you always late to everything?
everything. Late to
Lido
everything.
Beach moms.
Have to cross the bridge, yeah.
I'm late, and Danny was calling, and I my bag, and he was at Walmart, and I said, "Do me a favor, could you grab something for him?" Because I kept looking for things and I couldn't find something, and I know he's a big Met fan, and he picked up a Yankees T-shirt in like a fucking small,
That's hilarious.
and a bag of Shaquille O'Neal extra sweet sugary gummies heads. So he said, I wrapped it. He goes, Rosie, I got you something for John. I did it. I was like, oh, thank you. He's outside waiting for me. Hurry up, you're going to be late. It's almost over. What the fuck were you? Let's go. So I run in, and I go in. And Eric is there, and he's like, come on, where the fuck were you? Let's go. So I'm like, okay, I'm here. And he's like, are you fucking drinking? I'm like, yeah, shut the fuck up. Let's go. So I go in, and Pat's there, and they're all looking at me, and fucking John's whole family. I'm like, and he's like, Rose, where you been? John LaRocchia, it's my birthday. And they're like surrounding him with all these fucking gifts. I'm like, hi, how you doing? So I come up behind him, I give him a big hug, and he's like loves presents. He's like a big child. So I hand him the gift, and Danny's like this.
Oh, so you didn't even know what was in
No,
it yet? Okay.
no. Danny's like,
That's hilarious.
yeah, but I felt like such an asshole because I was expecting something great in this bag because Danny's so thoughtful with his gifts. He's so thoughtful.
Just not there.
So all of a sudden he opens up the gift and he pulls, and you know Rich Walker, so all of a sudden he pulls it out and he goes, oh. So Rich Walker goes, Rosie, don't you know that he's a Met fan? And I'm like, uh-huh. And then and he's like, and it's so small. Who's gonna fit in this? And I'm like,
one of your grandkids, John.
and I'm like, and I'm nervous, and I had gum in my mouth. I'm like, I watched it this morning, and all you see
I was going to say, this is on his show? I got to watch
all you
this.
see is me like, and you see Danny like this. And then Rich goes, and gummy candy? Don't you know he's a diabetic? And I'm like, fuck. So now I open them because I'm nervous, and I start eating them like this, though, like a maniac, like a fucking cow. I'm like eating them, and
how many did you eat?
And all of them, and then Rich ate one. I ate like all of them, and then Danny's like, "Oh, but this is a gift from me." And it's like the most thoughtful gift ever. It's like all these pickleball shit, all this stuff for his most favorite hobby. And he's like, and this is tape for your pickleball thing? And I go, is there extra tape there so we could put it on Danny's mouth? And I started getting like mad. Like really, like for me it wasn't a joke. Like I was embarrassed. And then I got in my car.
You left. And meanwhile, this was all a joke that they were all in on? Oh my goodness.
And then there's a big group picture. Everybody.
Yes. I wondered why you weren't in it.
His family.
Yeah.
Everybody. And not me, because I was on Sunrise Highway.
Wow.
And Danny's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And I'm like, I'm going home. And he goes, Rose, it's a fucking joke. I'm like, it was? He's like, what's wrong with you? I'm like,
how did we not start the show with this today? Yeah. You were holding out on us. Talking about Eduardo.
He's like, Rose, why would I, like, what's wrong with you? I was like, I don't know. I don't know. I just got sensitive. Oh, he's like, you can really fucking dish it, man, but you can't take it. I was like, he's like, why would I do that to you? I was like, I don't know. He's like, and then I hear John in the background going, where's Rose? We need her in the picture. And I'm like, I do a terrible LaRocchia.
No, that was pretty good.
And he's like, where's Rose? We need her in the picture. And he goes, she just ran to the bridal shop. She just had to pick something up. He's like, get your fucking ass. I was like, I'll be right there.
So you did? You turned around and came back?
Turned around, I drove back.
How far were you?
I was like, in Merrick.
Oh, wow.
I came back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
All right. Well, with that, it's time to go.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm high maintenance.
So this weekend, you have any shows this weekend?
No, I don't think I have anything coming up this weekend. No.
How do we find out when you're playing? Like social media? Like how do we find out what you're up to?
It's I wouldn't know how to tell you to get. I don't know the link information. You know, I can't copy and paste.
Well, do you have a website? Do you have?
I just have my Facebook page at the moment.
James Grimm.
James, you need help with that.
Yeah, you know somebody?
I'll help you.
Thank you.
I'll help you.
I need help in that department.
Okay.
Because he's funny. I saw his set.
yeah.
I did see his set at the at
I
McGuire's.
did a Charlie Baguette show. It was McGuire's. Yeah. It was.
Because I went to go see Teddy Smith.
Teddy Smith. Teddy Smith is
told
great.
you,
He's a good dude too. I like talking to
Cookie.
Teddy's great. Yeah.
Teddy, if you're out there, you're probably not watching, but if you are, I love how you say cookie.
Teddy might be. He has watched in the past.
It was
great.
James Grimm, Tyler Noble, and those are the only names I knew. Tyler Noble, James Grimm, and of course
Tyler Noble is a big star. He was on.
Teddy.
He was on a show on Lifetime on Monday night, and immediately after that on the ID channel was another thing that he was in.
Really?
Yeah, this past Monday. And this Monday, I didn't even tell you, this Monday Tyler's going to be hanging out with us on here.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't plug this. I do a podcast every Wednesday night, right? All my social group people, they talk about dating and stuff, and I try to liven it up, you know, because we talk about dating, and I think dating is the most boring conversation, so I try to help it by making fun of dating. Because I don't care about the topic of dating anymore. I'm like,
Are you dating?
Who buys dinner? I don't give a shit. You're buying dinner. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care what your favorite color is. I don't care. I'm tired of buying dinners for everybody. I'm not feeding any more needy single women. No more. Tired of it.
Okay, so
you get coffee. That's what you
he's
get.
not dating anybody apparently.
So we do a podcast every Wednesday night. It's Geotopia. Is the name of the group. Geotopia.
Okay.
And I don't know the name of the podcast, but we discuss dating. So if you went to Geotopia, there's a website, geotopia.com.
And they can see the podcast on the website?
Yeah, and it's also on Spotify. If you go to Spotify and type in Geotopia, it will pop up.
GEO?
GIO Topia, all one word. Yeah.
So it's just audio. It's not.
It's audio video.
Oh, it is video.
It's fun, man. It's fun. It's
And you're on it on Wednesday.
every Wednesday night. We do it in his living room.
Oh, okay.
And it's a good time. It's a lot of fun.
Nice.
And people chime in, and we're interactive with the people who ask questions.
Right. Are they like here? They just comment the questions,
Yes.
or they call in, or
if I keep my phone open, I can see them,
Right.
and then as they ask questions, I see it, and then we just chit chat with them.
Very nice.
So it's very interactive.
Fremder says he loves tater twats.
Tater twats.
Tater twats.
Yeah, I don't know. That doesn't have a sexy sound.
Doesn't
to
have
it,
a
though.
ring to it. No, there's no ring to it.
I know Fremder's very popular with the ladies.
All right.
Well, I'll tell you who is popular with the ladies who just commented. Jeff Bosey.
Oh.
He says, have a great weekend. You too, Jeff. Okay, so that's Geotopia on Wednesday nights.
Yes.
Are you playing anywhere this weekend?
No.
Are you performing at the roast, or you're just going to
No,
watch?
I'm just going.
You just watching.
I'm just going. I know all of Danny's jokes in advance, and they're going to be really fucking good. I can't wait.
And I think we mentioned it last week, but we'll bring it up again. The Rosie comedy page, is that what it's called? That's up and running.
It is, and I'm having.
Did I get that right?
It is. I'm having technical difficulties, and I have to figure out because again, I have to get these weirdos off my page and onto that page.
Oh, is that still going on?
Oh my God, it's so awesome.
Can we make
so
that a
fucking
bit?
awesome. Oh,
Can we do that every week? Like, give me like some of the.
Oh my
the latest
God,
ones?
you have no idea. I've been taking screenshots of all of them before I block them and sending them to my brother.
Rosie, have you gotten your first dick pic yet?
Oh, I did. I got a dick pic.
She did. Yeah, she told me about it last week on the
Spanish,
show.
she told me, "Do you like this?" And I said in Spanish, "You're a pig."
Yeah.
And then I blocked him, but
How do you say that in Spanish?
I told him that he's a puerco, pig. You know, he said, "Te gusta?" What? No. Ew. Like, where are you going with that? Like,
Yeah, what woman has ever seen a dick pic like, oh, you know what? I think I'm gonna.
Yeah,
I want
right.
to meet this guy.
I
I think I would like that.
yeah, let's do this because you're the only guy that has one.
Unless, of course, the guy's from Connecticut.
Oh.
No, I don't want him anymore. You know, I'm married. B, I don't want a dick pic. Nobody wants a dick, like public service announcement to all the men out there. Nobody wants to see your dick.
That is true.
Nobody cares.
No, she's right.
I don't. And nobody wants a photo of you laying in bed with your sheet up top of your waist with a little beanie cap on.
Guys,
And nobody wants to hear your song that you recorded for me.
You played that last week for us.
Nobody
That
wants
was
your song
hilarious.
either.
That was hilarious.
Oh, God.
But guys do that to them with a sheet and stuff? Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my goodness. Ay.
Guys,
All right.
guys continue to disappoint me. That's all.
Yes, exactly. So next week, we're going to go through some of those.
Okay.
Every week, I want to start the show with just maybe doing like 4 or 5 of them.
Okay.
Can we do that?
Oh, it's great.
Yeah, I think that.
I
that'll
have
be fun.
325 waiting.
Since you started the
No,
page.
in queue.
Waiting still.
Look, I'll show you that I have not accepted. 325.
That's a lot.
Wow, that is a lot. I'm actually curious to see someone because I wanted to see if it's somebody I know. That would be
325.
awesome.
So I haven't allowed them because then I get a barrage of the things and I'm not in the mood for it.
Have you gotten something bad from any of the comedians?
No, it's all just randos.
yeah.
No, nothing. I have to be honest, all the and maybe it's because also they all know each other and they don't want to hear about it. But I have had nothing but good experiences.
You're covering for Rich Walker. He sent you something. I'm sure of it.
I love him so
Rich
much.
is great.
I love him so much.
All right. It's time for us to go. We actually went a little late.
Oh.
But thank you guys. This was fun. This was a lot of fun.
good time.
Thank you
for having me.
guys.
Please
Thank
come
you.
back, pal.
Good
It's a good time.
Thank you. I
Thank
appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
So we're out of here. Tonight, don't forget Conversations with Don at 8 o'clock. And then that's it for the weekend. So Monday morning at 9, Coffee with the Dog. Me and Jeff with Tyler Noble at 11 o'clock on Monday. Stand-Up Memories with Jackie Martling and Peter Bales Monday at 6. Oh, yeah. And then Steve Squared Monday at 6:30. Let Them Cook, a superhero podcast Monday night at 8 p.m. So keep tuning into Gov's Comedy Club podcast. Here at the club, just some of the names you'll see on the governor's stage this weekend. Jay Moore this weekend, One Funny Lisa Marie, Mark Gagnon, Jay Nog. Just, again, some of the names you'll see on the governor's stage. Go to govs.com, check out their full schedule, and make some reservations for some great comedy shows. And don't forget, last but not least, tonight, Cafe Spiga out in Mount Sinai, Knockem Dead Comedy. We're performing one of our fun, audience interactive comedic murder mystery shows. It's an 80s themed show. We're going to have a lot of fun. That's tonight at Cafe Spiga in Mount Sinai. Go to knockemdeadcomedy.com for our full schedule and information on how you can hire us for your fundraising event, your corporate event, your private event, whatever you got going on. And yeah, I want to get you in the murder mysteries.
I'm not doing a murder mystery.
You're not doing a murder
I'm
mystery?
so busy.
Oh, all right, fine.
Come on, I'd love to, but I just don't have time.
All right, never mind.
Unless I could do something like 100%. I can't do it. I'd have to practice.
Well, yeah, that's how it works.
I know, but I don't have time.
Okay.
I would love to. Maybe in the winter of next year.
Okay.
That's like when you see somebody that you really don't want to talk to. We should get together. No, we shouldn't.
Yeah.
No, I have to rearrange my sock drawer. No. All right.
I do have somebody that might be good for you, though.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. That would be great. Thanks. All right. We are out of here. Thank you again, guys. This was a lot of fun. We had a great time.
Good time.
Everybody enjoy your weekend. I'll see you Monday.
Indeed.
All right. Enjoy your weekend. See you later.
Ciao.
And we are out.
You know.